want to marry anymore because the risk outweighs the benefits. There's a risk that comes with marriage that essentially only benefits a woman.
Men can't believe that women are single by choice because men aren't single by choice. They may be finding women to go on dates with, but nothing's sticking.
I have a question for the men. Do you guys still want to get married? Like, is that still a thing?
Okay, my love, so you say dating is hard, that it's challenging, that you might be over it.
Men don't even want to get married anymore. Marriage seems like it would be the best deal for a dude. You could get someone to have sex with you for the rest of your life.
The number 75 why I love men is men do this thing where when they
Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
Men don't want to marry anymore because the risk outweighs the benefits. There's a risk that comes with marriage that essentially only benefits a woman. A man marries you and can only hope that one day you don't wake up and say, I feel like I don't love you anymore and I want to leave and you can't do anything about it. According to ASA, 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Among college educated women, it jumps to 90%. You know what's crazy? I mean, a lot of us women don't have anything a man actually wants that we can bring to the table.
Forget marriage, we don't even want to date anymore. Marriage is not a union, but a business for the woman and a debt trap for the man. Not only that, but how hard it is to please a woman. You're basically playing Jenga, hoping everything don't come crashing down. I have plenty, but I don't care. I have my own home, car, and job. Don't need a man. I will never sign a contract for which the other party is rewarded for breaking it and getting paid out of my money and my assets. Men have come to understand that marriage is a broke woman's hustle. A lot of these men are refraining from getting married because they are seeing what's happening to other men. They've learned that marriage is the cause of divorce, and divorce is where they lose everything. Sometimes even their sanity, because they're watching everything they've worked for being given away. So why would they willingly sign a contract that benefits the other party?
There is a study by Morgan Stanley Financial. They did you can go find it too. It's online. It's called The Rise of the She Economy. In that sort of research, they postulate that by 2030, women between the ages of 25 and 44, something like 52%. I hope I'm getting my numbers right. Something like 45 to 52%.
It's over half.
Yeah, over half.
It is going to be over half
of women of marriageable age will be single for the rest of their lives. They will not reproduce unless they get unless they get artificial insemination, but they will be unmarried and childless during those ages by 2030, which is like a very, very steep incline. In fact, they are so certain of this that they did this research on Morgan Stanley so their investors would know what to invest in the coming decade.
I have a question for the men. Do you guys still want to get married? Like, is that still a thing?
No. A lot of men don't want to get married, and it's not because they don't like the thought of having a lifelong partner to be there for them when they need it, but a lot of men don't want to get married because they're avoiding potential divorce. In a lot of cases, divorce ruins a man's life. He has to completely start over. And in general, marriage doesn't benefit men a whole lot. So while a lot of men like the idea of having long-term relationships, it's just not worth it.
I want to get married, but unrealistic partner standards turn me off to the idea when I go on dates. As a divorced guy, I'm one and done. Nope, we don't, ma'am. Just a healthy relationship will do. If not, we good flying solo till the day we die. The crazy part is that some judges will still force alimony on you if you've been together long enough. Nope. I used to be married. I respected my marriage. At the end, it didn't benefit me at all. For all the women asking this question, they should try asking a divorced man why he would never get married again. But to be honest, some men still want to be married, but the thing is, there's just no incentive. Until the marriage's laws are changed, it's going to stay like this for a long time. The women will keep on begging and questioning men as to why they don't want to get married. Overall, modern women aren't worth the investment for marriage. That's why some men go overseas to find a traditional wife.
I was thinking about like what people even thought about before social media, texting, the internet, dating app. Like, was there as much cheating and shady behavior going on back then, but they just got away with it? I asked my grandma and she was like, your grandfather and I really only ever got in one big fight. It was because he left me a letter breaking up with me because he had to go to war but didn't want to have to make me wait for him. And then she said, but of course I did, and it was the best decision I ever made. Like, why was I born in this generation?
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them, do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love. You can now have nurturing. You can have support. You can have affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect. This is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurturing.
I made a choice. Money or a wife. With money, you can get whatever you want. They only see flaws on their husbands, but they don't see their own flaws. And the man has accepted their flaws, but she cannot. Men are very simple creatures. All they want is respect, good food, support. But the best thing a woman can give a man is peace of mind. If she can't do that, he will have to get rid of her and get that peace himself. The women who are asking why aren't men getting married are doing so because their clock have been ticking for a long time. They've been out here chasing the bad boys left and right and forgot father time would wait for them at the wall.
Back with another Maz got a question. Thought of the day. Or I guess I should say night. This again, I'm sorry ladies. I really like the perspective of men, so y'all can answer if y'all want, but I really don't care for your opinions. I really want to know for the men. If nowadays a lot of men don't want marriage anymore, and they don't want children, like especially like somebody who already have children or whatever the case may be, what is it that y'all are actually looking for when it comes to you looking for a relationship within a woman? If you don't want neither of those two aspects, do you just want somebody that you could just feel at peace with and just enjoy your last moments on earth together? Are you just looking for a constant, safe, sex buddy, where you ain't got to worry about transmitting like diseases and stuff like that? Are you looking to build maybe in other aspects, whether that is like in a home, even though you don't want children or you don't want marriage? Are you looking for somebody you can go on vacations with? Or are you even looking for somebody who can take care of you once you get into your older years? I genuinely just want to know the answer to that question, because I have no idea when men actually say that. What is it that they're looking for specifically when they're trying to be in a relationship with you, but they're not trying to build in the aspect of a family or a marriage? So y'all fellas let me know. So, give me the scoop, the 411, tell me what it is.
She honestly named most of the things. Most men love the idea of building an empire and leaving a legacy. But that dream has been crushed, and that's due to women and how shallow they've become. A man also would like a woman that takes accountability and apologizes when she's wrong. But what a woman is focused on today is a man with money, a man that can do for them, a man that can save them. And what they have to offer in return for that man's effort is completely nothing but her presence. She expects the man to be happy whenever she's around. These types of women actually think they're trophy wives, not knowing they're just leechers that will be replaced.